Dermatologists say you should wear sunscreen even if you're inside. Dr. Richard Chaffoo is here to explain why. Dr. Chaffoo, it's the one thing I will do every single day to my face. Even if I don't put moisturizer on, that sunscreen goes in my face every single morning.
Good for you. That's a great idea, Shally.
Right?
People, yeah, exactly. People think that sunscreens really are only important or necessary when we're outdoors. Unfortunately, what we're seeing right now happening is that the sun damage that's occurring obviously can come in through a window, or if we're in a car, it can reflect off the hood. But just as importantly is an interesting study just came out from the American Academy of Ophthalmology. And one of the things that we talk a lot about, especially with dermatologists, is the blue light. Blue is a visible spectrum of light. It's used quite a lot for treating different kinds of skin conditions like precancers. However, too much of it is not a good thing. And what we're seeing is that the study demonstrated that during our waking hours, that most of us are spending more than half our waking hours on devices such as our smartphones, tablets, and computers, which produce blue light. And that blue light is a problem, Shally, in large amounts because it can cause damage to our skin. The way it does that is it causes an inflammatory response because of what we call oxidative stress, which occurs to the skin, releasing these free radicals. And it's free radicals that are responsible for increasing inflammation, increasing our redness. It can affect our pigment, so we can get age spots, brown spots. If we have hyperpigmentation, it can make it worse than that. And then with prolonged use, you can actually start to see wrinkles and lines occur to the face.
And what can you do then to prevent it? Is that sunscreen that we typically lather on and we think we're protecting ourselves from the sun outside is actually doing something to protect our skin on the inside?
It does, exactly right. So, using a sunscreen, obviously, like we talk about so many times before, that has a broad spectrum UVA, UVB, that's mineral based, probably an SPF of 30. And as importantly, to think about using a screen protector that actually can be applied to our phone and our tablets and our computers will reduce or actually eliminate this blue light. Obviously, the other important things are moisturizers, because our skin will typically dry out with excessive exposure to these free radicals. And then there are antioxidants that we can take naturally to reduce the effects of these free radicals on our skin.
Speaking of the antioxidants and the different vitamins we've talked about last week, I think we were talking about vitamin D and the importance with it, with coronavirus. Vitamin C, we've heard it a lot, is very crucial to staying healthy. Why is it important during this time that we continue to get these vitamins in our system?
So it's important, Shally, because, vitamin C is very intimately involved in our wound healing process. It does definitely have an anti-inflammatory effect. It reduces the free radicals, it blocks them, and actually has a reparative effect. So it reduces the inflammatory effect that can occur on the skin and has a healing or beneficial effect at the same time.
And what foods? Because you could take them in the little bottle, you buy it from the store, but you're all kinds of
You can't get it as
foods.
a supplement, you're right. Unfortunately, most supplements have too high of a concentration, but dietary recommendations for vitamin C are about 65 to 90 milligrams a day. Now, how much is that? It's about taking one orange. So great sources of vitamin C are things like citrus juices, oranges, any citrus fruits, obviously peppers, reading red peppers, broccoli, strawberry, cantaloupe, baked potatoes, interesting enough, tomatoes. And the interesting thing, Shally, is, we don't make vitamin C, nor do we store it. So you only need a certain amount a day. And if you take more than what you need to have a day, then you're just going to eliminate that. So a lot of the supplements have concentrations way in excess of about 90 milligrams a day. You simply don't need that, and all of us can get that from taking a very well-balanced diet.
Yeah, and a lot of times, Dr. Chaffoo, you see the symptoms on the outside. I sometimes around, like my nails will get the little skin that starts to peel, and I think it was one time I heard somebody tell me you have some type of vitamin deficiency. You see it somewhere, your hair, your eyes, your nails, your skin.
Yeah, exactly, Shally. With vitamin C deficiency, I think it's important for people to realize, because we don't store vitamin C, it's very easy to get a deficiency of vitamin C literally in 4 to 12 weeks, 1 to 3 months. And the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency early on can be very mild things, like you can be somewhat lethargic, you just don't have energy, you have a lot of fatigue, you're a little irritable. There's sort of general-like symptoms, loss of appetite. So they're kind of non-specific, but again, it's important, first of all, for us to look at our diets and make sure that we're getting the balanced foods and nutrients and fruits and vegetables that our mothers always told us we needed to have. And especially in this time now, we're all kind of sheltered in. Maybe we're not taking care of our nutrition as we should be.
Well, good advice. We'll remember that today to make sure you get those vitamins. Dr. Chaffoo, always good to see you.
Good to see you, Shally.